Ripple just flipped the game board right under everyone's nose. While the media obsesses over ancient FUD that's no longer relevant, Ripple is turning the XRP Ledger into US financial infrastructure, and they're almost done. Everyone out there right now is wondering what is going to drive XRP higher this cycle. Well, I'll tell you what it's not. It's not speculation. It is not hype. What it is infrastructure. Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin is growing faster than anyone expected. We're going to look at this. And if they secure that banking license, they'll have a direct pipeline to the Fed balance sheet. Do I have to say more about this? This isn't theory. This isn't hope. It's happening. So ask yourself, why is Ripple moving hundreds of millions in XRP behind the scenes? Why are whales quietly stacking billions while retail sits paralyzed by nonsense? And why is Europe being prepared for a regulatory invasion? We're going to get into it here. This is big time stuff. So many people missed the mark here with RLUSD. It is transforming XRP into US financial infrastructure. We got an important piece here. The regulatory breakthrough of the century, the Genius Act, which provides stablecoins, a regulatory green light. RLUSD is built to leverage this new framework specifically at the moment it goes live. You want to talk about first mover advantage? They're going to have it here. They will have the Fed connection. If Ripple secures that banking license, RLUSD could become the first stablecoin directly backed by Fed reserves and issued on a public blockchain here, making XRP the first decentralized network with a direct link to the Fed. People miss the point here, and it is so important. If we want to have a useful blockchain, we got to be able to take our dollars, our real world value, and bring it onto the chain, make it into a usable format. They are piping the Federal Reserve balance sheet directly onto the XRP ledger. Do you see it yet? Are you seeing the picture? It couldn't be any bigger here. This dual asset strategy, Ripple strategy, it's clear. RLUSD, it handles the compliance, the fiat on and off ramps, while XRP bridges assets and powers global liquidity, creating a regulatory pipeline for institutional capital. It doesn't get any bigger, people. We see just surging demand and also a paired European strategy here. Jack McDonald, Ripple's SVP of stablecoins, revealed that RLUSD is outpacing even their internal projections here, with strong interest across banks, payment platforms, and decentralized finance. That's what they want to capture. The future is on chain, and they're going after it aggressively. They just applied for EMI licensure in Luxembourg, and this would enable operations across all 30 European economic areas. They're aligned with MiCA's stablecoin framework, and that will provide a first mover advantage in compliant digital dollars across Europe. They are ready to rock and roll. And they are building a global compliance moat with NYDFS approval in the US and pending EMI licensure in the EU. This isn't by accident. This has been put in motion for a long time. I want to talk about this briefly. Cardano's audit controversy. It creates some concerns for me. Now, first and foremost, let me be clear here. I don't think Charles stole money or did anything nefarious. But to me, this audit is just kind of like a PR nonsense. When we look at the approach here to this, it raises some serious red flags. Charles Hoskinson, he's received the audit report before public release. He's offered his feedback. The person at the center of this that they are looking at, trying to ascertain if he did something wrong, he's going to get a pre-release and tell the auditors who are investigating his actions, where they should look, where they should add detail. Like, that ain't no kind of audit. And we have, he's requesting context, additional details. He's controlling the message and the rollout. He's going to go live on YouTube and tell us all what this report means. Like, he is involved in every step of this audit. Like, what kind of audit is this? This is not impartial at all. He's the puppet master of this. And again, I don't think he stole any money. I think he did the right thing. He just didn't want to disclose that. And so they're trying to do this PR cleanup, and they call it an audit. And to me, it is anything but that. It's kind of ridiculous, to be honest with you. Now, as we look at what are the big catalysts here, SEC case resolution, we already know the result. We know what's happening here. Having that over is going to allow BlackRocks to come in here and use this technology and issue ETFs. It's going to allow people to invest in this space without worrying about it. these major institutions, they don't deal with almost. It's almost over. Oh, don't worry. We know the way it's going to end up. Like everything has to be signed, sealed, and delivered and over. That's where we are here. XRP ETF development. An approval or even just a filing by BlackRock is going to be massive and it's going to happen. You best believe it. Banking license, I don't know if we can get that by the end of this year, but if we do, hold on. It's going to get crazy. We want to see RLUSD adoption numbers continue to grow, outpace expectations, and just really give us a stranglehold over the future of finance here. And many people are underestimating EVM sidechains, how important they will be bringing programmability to this ecosystem. Smart contract functionality opens up DeFi, native demand for XRP, and I want to see how much actual traction they get and people loaded up into these institutional DeFi systems, because that could be a game changer that no one else can match. Ethereum, yeah, they're the leaders in DeFi, right? But institutional DeFi, that's something new. That's something you can compete and really capture the lion's share. So let's see how they do there. Price is going to follow utility at the end of the day. And you see that happening. When we got that Genius bill passed, what popped? The chains that are used in real life, specifically for stablecoins. You saw it with Ethereum, the Ethereum blockchain finally running, and also the XRP Ledger. That utility. The price is going to follow utility and adoption and use. That's what we're seeing right now. The market's watching XRP's legal clarity, RLUSD rise. You better get ahead of it before everyone figures it out here. Today, we've seen a 738 million whale transfer. A lot of people are panicked. What's going on? It is simply an internal Ripple to Ripple wallet transfer. So they're just moving some funds around for whatever reason. And blockchain analytics have confirmed that. Ripple to Ripple activated June 2022 from a Ripple sub-wallet. No impact on circulating supply. Additionally, 20 million XRP moved from Upbit, part of a broader whale accumulation. So we're seeing a lot of whales accumulating XRP because they know where we're going. They know what's going to happen. In July alone, 2.2 billion XRP was accumulated by whales. They are buying aggressively because they know what the next step of this bull run looks like, and they know who the leader is going to be. Institutional crypto adoption has reached new all-time highs. We've seen single daily inflows for Bitcoin at $454 million. Ethereum finally starting to pick up the pace here. 422 million single day inflow record. ETH CME futures, 46 billion. And you know what's going to happen. When we get that XRP ETF approved, you're going to see comparable numbers. And that does move the price because those buys, not future buys, but actual spot XRP ETF buys, they have to source that XRP from the market. It's going to add to daily volume and it's going to make a heck of a difference. People that haven't been able to buy it before will be able to buy it. And that's going to be a game changer. You best believe it here. We're seeing a lot of movement in layer one smart contract blockchains start to build out now as we go through this bull market. For a while, it was kind of a dead sector. Now it's starting to pop here. Ethereum, fees are down after their last bit of upgrades. We're seeing more network activity. Prices reacting. Solana, it's gained 60% in July. Zero outages in 262 days. US ETF filing is pending just like XRP. Cardano, we're seeing some movement in Cardano. We have, of course, upgrades with governance. Hydra enables smoother DApp throughput, all sorts of stuff. These aren't meme pumps. These are real upgrades, real usage, and real utility that's driving this value. It's good to see the smart contract sector finally pick up the steam. U.S. markets looking good. S&P 500, NASDAQ closed at record highs, even as inflation ticked up in June, driven specifically by food and energy. Retail sales are still surging, showing strong consumer strength. Verizon led gains. Block has been added to the S&P 500. More crypto companies getting in there. The market, it's not fearing inflation like you'd expect, especially when you have strong growth in earnings. But the Fed, we're going to have to see what they do next. We desperately need some cuts here, or something could break along the way and really derail us. We'll see how this plays out. Let me know what you think down below. As always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.